Imagine you come home after a long day, and the only thing waiting for you is a loud, demanding meow. That's what we're diving into today. I'm Lily, and joining me is Chloe, the proud parent of some very cozy cats.
Thanks for having me, Lily. My cats are probably curled up on my bed right now, totally oblivious that I'm here chatting about them. I can't wait to share some fun stories and tips.
We're switching gears from makeup and travel to the world of cats, their quirks, why Chloe chose them, and what makes them unique. By the end, you'll know if a feline friend could fit your lifestyle.
We'll cover how cats are different from other pets, what independence really means, some of my personal cat tales, and even a bit of language like idioms and vocabulary.
So, Chloe, you could have gone with a dog or even a goldfish. What made cats the top pick for you?
Dogs are amazing, but they need lots of attention, especially daily walks. Since I travel for makeup gigs, a cat's independence was perfect. They're happy to chill at home while I'm gone.
That idea of independence comes up a lot for cat lovers. Cats can handle a few hours alone, unlike dogs who might get anxious. Is there anything else you considered before adopting?
Honestly, I wanted a pet that could keep me company without turning my schedule upside down. Plus, cats don't mind if you're busy. They just nap or watch the birds outside.
Speaking of independence, let's break that down for listeners learning English. Independent means able to manage alone like your cats when you're out working.
You nailed it. Cats are great at entertaining themselves. It's a word you'll hear a lot with pets, especially when comparing them to dogs, who generally need more attention.
And here's the spelling. Independent. It's a useful word for pet owners and in daily life. Are there any other English words you'd use to describe your cats?
Absolutely. I'd add curious and playful to the list. My cats love exploring every corner of the house and chasing after random objects.
That actually reminds me of your adoption story. You mentioned it was love at first sight. How did that happen?
One evening, I was feeling pretty lonely in my apartment. I stumbled across a photo of a tiny kitten online, and I honestly felt instantly connected. Suddenly, I knew I needed to adopt.
It's amazing how just a picture can spark such a strong feeling. Love at first sight is a beautiful idiom. It means you fell in love immediately, right?
Exactly. There was no hesitation. I started reading about cat care that same night and made plans to bring her home. It's a real emotional bond, even before meeting in person.
After 2 iterations of pet choices, you landed on cats. What's daily life like with them? Any surprises or routines you didn't expect?
One thing that surprised me most is how much cats love routine. They want breakfast at the same time every day, and if I'm late, I get a very loud meow.
I've heard from cat owners that their pets have favorite spots and quirky habits, like sleeping in sunbeams or demanding attention in the middle of the night.
You're spot on. Mine have special hiding places, and sometimes they bring me gifts, like a sock from the laundry. It's never boring with a cat around.
Let's wrap up with some key takeaways. First, cats are independent, making them great for busy people. Second, adoption can be a genuine emotional experience. Third, living with cats brings daily surprises and routines.
If you're considering a pet, think about your lifestyle. Are you often away, or do you thrive on routine? Next step, check out your local shelters. Read up on cat care, and see if a feline friend is right for you.
Ever wondered why some cats are named Noodle or Luna, and what those names actually reveal about their personalities?
That's exactly what we're diving into today. I'm Chloe, joining Lily for a deep exploration of pet names, cat starter kits, and what life with a feline is genuinely like.
By the end of this episode, you'll know not just how to name your cat, but what to expect before and after you bring one home. We'll break down starter kits, feeding rituals, and the real-life surprises.
Let's lay out our roadmap. First, quirky naming stories. Then, essentials for new cat owners. What cats actually eat. The reality versus expectation of cat life. And finally, the honest pros and cons.
So, Chloe, tell us, did your cats get professional names, or is it all about personality for you?
Definitely personality. My black cat is Luna Latin for moon. She's incredibly quiet and elegant, like she's got royal blood.
Elegant as in regal, walking around like she owns the palace?
Exactly. Luna is all grace. But then there's my second cat, an orange goofball named Noodle.
Noodle, that's hilarious. Is he named after the food, or is there more behind it?
He was skinny and long as a kitten, just like a noodle. And trust me, he's not elegant. He's the king of silly, jumping into boxes, hiding in my makeup bags.
Noodle the cat definitely sounds memorable. There's something powerful about naming. Don't you think it shapes how we see our pets?
Totally. Names capture a pet's essence. Luna's name sets the tone for her quiet elegance, while Noodle's playful name makes his antics even funnier.
I've noticed that too. Friends with pets often pick names that fit their animal's quirks. It almost feels like destiny.
Or maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once you name your cat Noodle, there's no way he's going to be boring.
Switching gears, I'm considering getting a cat myself. Is it just a bowl of water, or is there a long list of must-haves?
Oh, you'll need a proper starter kit. Before your cat arrives, stock up on essentials: litter box, scratching post, carrier, and quality food and water bowls.
Scratching post, so important. Cats have razor-sharp nails, right?
Absolutely. Luna shredded my favorite chair when I forgot to buy a post. Lesson learned: protect your sofa or pay the price.
That definitely sounds like a bad start. How quickly do cats adapt to these new items?
Some cats take a day or two, but others jump right in. The key is making their environment comfortable, so they're less likely to destroy yours.
Funny you say that my friend's cat ignored the scratching post at first, but eventually it became her favorite spot.
Cats love routine. Once they've decided the post is theirs, your furniture is safe again mostly.
Let's talk food. Does your cat Noodle actually eat noodles, or is he strictly carnivore?
He's all meat, despite the name. Cats are true carnivores, so their diet's mostly animal protein.
Do you ever offer raw meat, or is it always something more processed?
I stick to a mix of dry food and wet food. Wet food is crucial. Cats don't drink enough water, so it helps keep them hydrated.
Treats are a huge part of pet culture. Do your cats go wild for snacks?
Noodle is obsessed. Open a bag, and he bolts over like a sports car zooming in. But too many treats, and you end up with a fat cat.
A fat cat is an idiom for wealthy people, but in Noodle's case, it just means diet time.
Exactly. Moderation is key. With treats plus, it keeps them motivated.
What's the biggest shock you had after bringing your cats home?
I imagined peaceful evenings, cats curled up on my lap. Reality? Cat zoomies at 3 a.m. total mayhem.
Zoomies, that's the wild sprinting? Was it really that disruptive?
Absolutely. They race around, jump on beds, knock things over, and generally act like tiny nighttime lunatics.
That's a far cry from the serene pet experience people expect. How do you cope with those late-night antics?
It's an adjustment. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I groan. You learn to keep fragile things away and embrace the chaos.
I guess it's about finding humor in the madness. Do you ever try to tire them out before bedtime?
Definitely. Extra play sessions help, but nothing guarantees a quiet night. Cats are unpredictable.
Let's get honest, what are the best parts of having cats?
Stress relief is huge. Luna's purr is like music for my nerves, and companionship Noodle follows me everywhere, so I'm never alone.
That constant company sounds comforting. It's like having a little shadow that makes daily life more lively.
Exactly. They become part of your routine, always nearby, always curious.
On the flip side, what's the not-so-glamorous side of cat ownership?
The smell is tough. You have to clean the litter box daily, or your house will stink. And fur gets everywhere. I use a lint roller every 5 minutes.
Lint rollers save the day, but I imagine makeup artists like you have a bigger challenge with black clothes.
Oh, it's relentless. And broken sleep thanks to their nighttime adventures. Still, their adorable faces make it all worth it.
For anyone still on the fence, what should they think about before adopting a cat?
Reflect on your lifestyle. Cats offer comfort and laughter, but they bring mess and unpredictability. Are you ready for daily cleaning and the occasional chaos?
I'm honestly drawn to the companionship, even if it means a few wild nights and lint roller duty.
That's the spirit. The bond you form transforms the annoyances into little quirks you cherish.
Any practical tips for first-time cat owners, something you wish you'd known early on?
Start with the basics, but also prepare for surprises. Invest in good litter. Play with your cat every day and anticipate some sleepless nights.
And don't forget the lint roller, I feel like that's non-negotiable.
Also, create cozy spaces for your cat. It helps them feel safe and reduces destruction.
Let's wrap up with 3 key takeaways. First, naming your cat sets the tone for your relationship.
Second, a good starter kit, scratching post, litter box, and safe bowls is essential to prevent chaos and damage.
Third, expect the unexpected. Cats bring joy, but also mess, noise, and late-night surprises.
If you're thinking about getting a cat, start researching breeds and prepping your home. The adventure is wild, but totally worth it.
Have you ever wondered if your cat actually understands what you say, or if they're just ignoring you on purpose? Today, we're diving into that exact mystery.
Honestly, I get that question all the time. I'm Chloe, and with my 2 cats, I feel like I'm always trying to crack some secret code.
And I'm Lily. Today, we're breaking down cat language and how you can actually communicate with your feline friends.
We'll cover how cats use their tails, ears, and eyes to talk to us, the classic belly trap, and even how to tell your cat you love them. Ready for some meows and mysteries?
First, you mentioned cats don't talk to each other by meowing only to humans. That blew my mind.
It's wild, isn't it? Cats actually develop their meows as a way to communicate with us. If you watch 2 adult cats together, they're mostly silent or use body language, not meows.
So, our cats are literally inventing a language just to tell us what they want?
Exactly. Each cat's meow can even change depending on what they're asking for: food, attention, playtime. It's like having a personal translator, if you pay attention.
That actually reminds me, if meows are just for us, what's really going on between cats?
It's all about body language, their ears, tails, eyes, even how they move around the room. All of it means something. You can read a lot if you know what to look for.
So, being a good cat parent is less about talking and more about watching.
Absolutely. The best cat moms are basically little cat detectives, watching for all the small signals.
Let's focus on tails for a second. What does it mean when Noodle's tail pops up?
If his tail's straight up with a little curve like a question mark, it's the cat equivalent of running up to hug you.
That's adorable. But I guess it's not always a sign of happiness.
Not at all. If the tail's swishing or thumping hard, back off. That's your warning he's irritated or overstimulated.
Wait, so for cats, a wagging tail is actually a red flag? That's so different from dogs.
It's basically the opposite. Dogs wag for joy. Cats swish when you've crossed a line. Learned that one the hard way as a kid.
So the golden rule, wagging tail, hands off.
Exactly. That simple tip could save you a lot of scratches.
Speaking of signals, what about the ears? Sometimes I see cats with their ears pressed flat. What's going on there?
Those are what we call airplane ears, pinned back and out, just like little wings. It means they're on edge, scared, or annoyed.
So if Luna's ears go flat, I should give her space?
Definitely. But if her ears are up and facing forward, she's relaxed and content. It's all about reading the mood.
There's something magical about the way cats look at you. I heard there's a way they say I love you with their eyes.
Absolutely. The slow blink is the secret handshake of the cat world. It's when your cat looks at you and closes their eyes very slowly, like they're super relaxed.
So, if I slow blink at a cat and they blink back, we're basically best friends?
Exactly. It's a trust thing. Try it with Luna tonight and see what happens.
You know, I'm definitely going to test out the slow blink. Do you ever do it back and forth with your cats?
All the time. Sometimes we have entire conversations just blinking at each other. It's so calming and, weirdly, it works with most cats, not just your own.
Now I'm picturing a room full of people just blinking slowly at their cats.
It's a little odd to watch, but hey, it builds trust.
All right, I need you to settle the great belly debate. If a cat shows you its belly, can you pet it?
Here's the truth. Most of the time, it's a trap. They're showing you their trust, not inviting you to touch. The belly is the danger zone.
So if I fall for the trap, what happens next?
Usually 4 paws, claws out, and maybe a quick bite. It's the classic, I love you, but don't touch me there move.
Are there any cats who actually want belly rubs, or is that pure legend?
There are always exceptions. Some cats genuinely enjoy it, but you'll know because they'll relax, purr, and not try to grab your hand. But for most, admire from a distance.
Noted. I'll watch for flying paws before I commit.
Smart move. It's all about respecting their boundaries.
It's funny how cats mix trust and play. Showing their belly and then attacking if you touch, it's so unpredictable.
They really are complex. Sometimes it's trust. Sometimes it's a challenge to play hunt the hand. Reading the rest of their body language helps spot the difference.
So, if the ears are flat and the tail is twitchy, probably don't engage?
Exactly. If everything looks relaxed, maybe it's a safe bet, but always be ready to withdraw.
All these signals, tails, ears, eyes, bellies, they really add up to a whole language, don't they?
Totally. Once you start noticing the little details, your relationship with your cat gets so much deeper. You both understand each other better.
It's like unlocking a secret code.
And the best part? Your cat will trust you more when you respect their cues.
So, for someone starting out, what's your #1 tip for learning cat language?
Observe first, act second. Spend some time just watching your cat notice how they move, where their ears point, what their tail's doing. Patterns pop up fast.
And don't be afraid to slow blink at them.
Exactly. Start small, stay patient, and let your cat set the pace. You'll be chatting in no time. And
let's wrap up with the 3 big takeaways. 1. A cat's tail is a mood meter high for happy, swishing for warning.
2. Watch those ears and eyes. Forward ears and slow blinks mean trust, but airplane ears and staring mean caution.
And 3. The belly is usually a trap. Admire, but don't touch unless you're very sure.
This week, try slow blinking at your cat and see if they blink back. You might just earn some feline friendship points.
May your cats be ever mysterious, but a little more understandable. Ever wondered what happens to pets when their humans jet off to Paris or Tokyo? Today, we're diving into the secret lives of Chloe's cats and the guilt that comes with leaving them behind.
It's true. I travel so much for work, but Luna and Noodle always stay home. The guilt is real, and it starts the moment I pick up my suitcase.
We'll explore why leaving pets behind is tough, what makes cats so sensitive, and how to handle separation anxiety. Plus, Chloe's best tips for pet care while traveling. Ready to feel less guilty?
Definitely. Let's talk about pet sitters, cat hotels, and the drama of coming home. This episode will help anyone who loves their pets, but has to travel.
You mentioned guilt. What's it really like when you leave Luna and Noodle behind for a trip?
Honestly, Luna gives me those huge green eyes when she sees the suitcase, and it breaks my heart. I always feel like I'm abandoning them, even though I know it's just temporary.
That's such a relatable feeling. I'd probably want to spoil them with extra treats just out of guilt.
I totally get it, but my approach is more about making sure they have plenty of interaction, not just food. Cats crave company and stimulation, especially when their person is away.
So, leaving a mountain of food isn't enough. What's the real secret to keeping cats happy when you're gone?
It all comes down to interaction. Cats need someone to talk to them, play with them, and give them attention. You can't just toss kibble and walk out the door. They need real engagement.
That's interesting. I always thought cats were more independent, but it sounds like they get lonely too.
They absolutely do. Some cats hide their feelings, but Luna and Noodle definitely notice when I'm gone. That's why I set up visits from a pet sitter.
Let's dig into pet sitters. How do you choose who takes care of Luna and Noodle?
I usually hire a pet sitter, either a professional from an app or sometimes my neighbor, Sarah. Giving someone a key to my apartment feels huge, so trust matters.
Do you have a checklist or routine for them?
Absolutely. I leave a detailed checklist. Fresh water, wet food every morning, playtime with the feather wand, and daily photo updates. It keeps everyone happy.
Getting updates must be a game changer. How do those photos or videos make you feel while you're away?
Honestly, it's a relief. When I'm in a hotel in London and someone sends me a video of Noodle playing, I feel instantly better. It's like a little piece of home.
I can see that. It turns travel from stressful to comforting, knowing your pets are okay.
And it helps me sleep. The updates mean the sitter is doing their job, and Luna and Noodle aren't just surviving, they're thriving.
Have you ever tried a cat hotel or cattery instead of a pet sitter?
Yes, once. When I went to Japan for a month, Luna and Noodle stayed in a cat hotel. It was fancy, with climbing walls and webcams, so I could watch them 24/7.
That sounds luxurious. Did they enjoy it?
Not really. Cats love their territory, their own sofa, their own safe smells. Luna stopped eating for 2 days. She was so stressed. That's why I rarely use hotels now.
So it seems home is best for most cats. What makes territory so important to them?
Cats are creatures of habit. Their territory is their safe space, filled with familiar scents and routines. Moving them can cause a lot of stress, sometimes even health issues.
I never realized territory could matter that much. It sounds like even a luxury hotel can't compete with a cozy sofa.
Exactly. For Luna and Noodle, nothing beats their own home. That's why I always prefer sitters over catteries when possible.
Separation anxiety. How do you know if your cats are feeling it? What signs do they show?
It shows up as changes in behavior. Luna gets withdrawn or stops eating. Noodle becomes extra vocal. It's their way of coping with missing me.
Those are clear signals. Do you do anything special before leaving to help them?
I spend extra time with them, play, and keep routines as normal as possible. It helps ease the transition and lets them know I'll be back.
When you finally return, what's the welcome home scene like?
Noodle's ecstatic he rushes to the door, meows, and wants head scratches right away. Luna, on the other hand, is dramatic. She ignores me, turns her back, and does the silent treatment.
Classic cat behavior. Does Luna eventually forgive you?
She always does. After an hour, she'll come over and purr on my lap. She misses me, but wants me to know she's still the boss.
It's amazing how much personality cats have. Luna's drama, Noodle's excitement, do all cats show such range?
Absolutely. Every cat has their own quirks. Traveling is fun, but the best part is opening my door and seeing those two greet me in their own unique ways.
I guess the reunion is just as important as the trip itself.
Definitely. Their reactions remind me why I go to all the trouble to keep them comfortable while I'm away.
For listeners who travel and have pets, what should they absolutely remember?
Here's the core checklist. Pet sitter or cat hotel. Respect your cat's territory and watch for separation anxiety. Those are must-know concepts.
Are there any crucial details people forget?
Always leave an emergency contact and your vet's phone number with your sitter. It's simple, but often overlooked.
So, when should someone pick a sitter versus a cat hotel? Is there a rule of thumb?
If your cat values routine and gets stressed in new places, stick with a sitter. For sociable cats or longer trips, a hotel can work. But visit first and check for webcams and playtime.
That's practical advice. I think I'd lean towards sitters, especially for sensitive cats.
Me Too home is usually best, but every pet is unique. The key is knowing your cat's personality and needs.
How do you prepare before leaving? Do you use apps or just old-fashioned lists?
I use a mix. Apps help me book sitters and set reminders, but handwritten checklists are great for detailed instructions. Consistent routines matter most.
It sounds like planning ahead makes the whole process smoother for you and the cats.
Exactly. When everything's in place, I can enjoy my trip and come home to happy, healthy cats.
Let's wrap up. First, your pet's emotional needs matter guilt is real, but you can ease it with interaction. Second, find the right care sitter or hotel based on your cat's personality. Third, always prep with checklists and emergency contacts.
And the big action step? Before your next trip, set up daily updates and make sure your sitter or cattery knows exactly what your cat loves most.
With those tips, everyone, cats and humans, can feel more relaxed. Chloe, thanks for sharing your stories and advice.
Thank you. And if you're planning to travel, don't forget to pack some pet love along with your suitcase. Goodbye, everyone.